Okay, as always, let's make sure we know what the hell we're talking about before we go running off into the woods half-cocked, okay? So, these bonds are dated March 1st, and they have a face amount of $330,000, sold for $320,000. Okay, that gives us the information we need for part one. Bonds payable, $330,000. Cash, $321,000, and $9,000 is the difference. That's the discount. Let's see, 40 interest periods, or 20 years, semi-annual, so that's 40 interest periods. And they use the straight line method. Okay, so let's figure that out. That's 9,000 divided by 40, it's $225 amortized amount each time they make an interest payment. Okay, so let's take a look at the first journal entry, 2013. They're going to be spending cash, and the cash that they're going to be spending is 5% of $330. Okay, so that's the amount of cash. So 0.05 times 330. That's $16,500. Plus, they're going to be using up some of the discount, $225. So the actual interest expense, the effective interest expense, the total interest expense is $16,725. Okay, that was the first part. Now, the next two parts, they're not much more difficult. They're just, you just have to think a little bit. These bonds pay interest twice a year, March and February, and that's okay. I mean, every month is as good as any other month. So they're not going to be paying a full amount of interest expense. They're going to be paying 4/6 of an interest expense, okay? And they're going to be paying 4/6 of the interest payable and 4/6 of the discounts, okay? So 4/6, also commonly known as 2/3, okay? So because remember they paid in August, so they paid the end of August, so this is just the interest for September, October, November, and December. So that's 4/6 of a regular interest payment. So let's take that, let's do that. 4/6 times 16,500. So that comes out to 11,000. Keep in mind that this is interest payable. We are not sending out any cash yet. We're just recording the fact that we recognize that we owe them that. We also know that every time we do that, we have to use up some discount or premium. So we need 4/6 of 225, okay, and 4/6 of 225 is $150. And our interest expense that we're accruing for October 31st that we will be paying in February is a total of $11,150. That goes to our income statement for 2013 or whatever it is. Now we're into the next year, 2014. And now our interest expense is only for January, right, and February. So we only have 2 months of interest expense. So 2 months of interest expense. So that's 2/6 times 16.5. And that works out to, I don't know, 5,575. And then, but here's the way I would do it. And I mean, I'm just going to be straight up. I know that I'm going to pay the interest payable of $11,000. I know that, okay? I know that I'm going to have 2/6 of my bonds payable. Okay, so 2/6 of the bonds payable. And I'm going to be paying out my cash. So, let me take a look at that. So I have 2/6 of my interest expense, $575. Plus I have the 11 that I recognized earlier, okay? Remember that? 16,725, okay? I'm going to have just my new discount for this period, 2/6 of $225, which is $75. And I'm going to have the same cash that I always send out of $16,500. And that's how that one would play out.